Well, it's time for Sunday Brunch. Joining us now is Cheryl Waldeck, and her cookbook, The Joy of Food, is available on Amazon and at local resource stores. Good morning, Cheryl. How are you this morning?
Good morning,
Good.
Will. Thank you for having me.
Tell us what you're going to be making today.
I'm going to make holiday pie this morning with a braided crust. And of all the things that I make for people, this is the recipe that's the most requested.
I was just going to say that. How often do you serve this? Yeah.
It combines the perfect pumpkin pie with the perfect pecan pie.
Sounds great.
But what makes it really yummy is the pie crust. And the recipe is in my cookbook. It's my mother's German pastry, and there's nothing like it. It's really easy to make, really easy to work with, and always delicious. So let me just show you quickly how to make a braided crust.
Sure.
You want to fill your bottom empty pie shell, and instead of crimping the edges, just trim it off, and then roll out a second piece of dough, just like you were making a top crust, and then you're going to trim it to an even rectangle, and then cut 12 strips of dough, about this thick. It's about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch thick.
Okay.
Start with 3 pieces. Just pinch them together at the top so they stay together, and just like you're braiding hair, you lap it over,
Just as easy as that,
right
yeah.
over the center piece. Now see how I'm allowing lots of air to be in between each piece of braid?
Why is that?
Because you want it to cook real evenly, and this is going to let air circulate while it's in the oven.
Okay.
So you don't mash it at all. And then once you have your braid in place, then you just place it over the top of the crust, all around the edges. It takes about 4 braids to do a pie this size, and then you just gently pinch it together, being careful not to deflate the braid. And then when we get finished, I take some of the scraps. Since it's the holiday,
Right.
we're going to put some pieces of holly and some little berries on top, and these little morsels are delicious.
I bet. And you can make different shapes and anything else you want to put on top
Exactly,
there. Yeah.
whatever holiday or if it's a birthday. So you make 2 fillings. One is the pumpkin, and you want to use pure pumpkin puree. And you mix it with brown sugar, egg, and some freshly ground nutmeg and cinnamon. And the key ingredient is sour cream. And you just pour it into a chilled pie crust. So while you're making your filling, pop the crust in the refrigerator so that it can set.
Okay.
And then you just put this in the crust, just like that, and then you make your pecan filling. And this is pecan pieces, brown sugar, light corn syrup, vanilla, eggs, butter, and the secret ingredient, which makes this as delicious, is freshly ground lemon rind and lemon juice. And then you
Smells
just
so good
doesn't
anyway,
it
yeah.
smell good? And you just gently pour this over the top of the pumpkin, being careful not to disturb that bottom layer.
Definitely. So you put the pumpkin on the bottom and the pecan filling on top.
And it'll stay together. It'll stay, or separated. Then you just decorate it with these cute little pieces of holly berries. And then before you pop it in the oven, you want to protect the crust with a pie shield. If you don't have one in your kitchen, you can easily make one with tin foil like I've done here.
Just wrap it around there and put it in the oven.
All you want to do is just protect it long enough to allow this crust to not brown too quickly and to cook evenly. So you pop it in the oven at 425 for 20 minutes, and then turn it down to 350 and 30 minutes more.
And it's all done.
And then you have a pie like this.
We're going to check back in with Cheryl here in just a few moments, but if you'd like to get the recipe for this pie that we're making now, you can find it on our website. That's KJRH.com.